hate me for saying this, but sometimes it's illogical for people on government assistance to get a job. Just because somebody is able-bodied does not mean that they're able to work.
Huh?
Because you have to look at it from a stance of survival. If I'm getting Section 8, if I'm getting food stamps, if I'm getting all my needs met on government assistance, what do I stand to lose if I go get a job and they start cutting my aid? Now I'm homeless. Now I can't afford to pay my bills. Now my kids don't have food, because once you start working, they will start cutting your benefits. And the issue with the system is they don't teach people how to survive without the benefits.
What?
The system is designed to keep people on these benefits and dependent on the government. What we need is a revamp of the system where we focus on job readiness, where we focus on teaching people budgeting. We focus on teaching people how to spend their money.
There are plenty of programs that teach job readiness, that teach budgeting, that teach finance. There are plenty of programs that teach that. And if that's not enough, there's plenty of free content on the internet, on YouTube, that teach you how to manage your money, job readiness, career, all of that. There's plenty of information that teaches you those things. We don't need to revamp anything. No, you just need to go look for the information. Now, yes, if you are on government assistance and you work, they're going to cut your benefits, duh. So in her mind, she's not going to work more to earn more money. She's not going to work at all. Whether she's able-bodied or not, she's not going to work at all and continue to get the government's assistance. This mindset is a disease. She said it herself. It doesn't make sense, even if you are able-bodied, to go to work, if they're just going to cut your benefits. Work more. Work more. Generate more money. Develop a high income skill. She said full abled body. Her words. If you have full health, functioning ligaments, in your right mind, and looking for the government to assist you and fund your life. I don't understand this mindset.
How to live, how to thrive. Right now, all we're doing is creating a generational poverty cycle. And I know a lot of y'all are going to get mad and going to get triggered and not listen to what I'm saying.
We're listening.
But if you were in a position where you're a single mother with children, right now, you don't have to worry about where your kids are going to live. You don't have to worry about where your kids are going to eat. Would you risk that for the sake of saying you're employed?
She said all we are doing is creating a generational cycle. No. No. Don't blame anyone else for this generational cycle. The cycle could stop. It could stop. You're saying it as if you are forced to apply for food stamps, forced to apply for Section 8. Forced to apply for TANF. You're not forced to apply for these things. You make life decisions that cause you to need financial assistance. People make bad decisions, irresponsible decisions that put them in a position to be able to afford the consequences. That's what happens. And when you yourself cannot afford the results of your bad decisions, you then make it other people's responsibility to fund your life, to fund your dysfunction. The cycle could stop if people stop making bad decisions, if people prioritize their life. So don't blame the system for creating this generational cycle. It could stop. It could stop.
These car rental places are...
Let's read the text. Car rental places are getting over. Single mom of two paying $3,000 to $3,900 a month on car rentals, leaving me no leftover money. Let's go to work.
Getting out of control, and it hurts my heart. I am a single mom of two that relies on a car to get my kids to and from wherever they have to go, get myself to the grocery store, and also get myself to the 8 to 9 different doctor's appointments a month that I go to because I have sick health problems. So what I do is I do gig work, Instacart, Grubhub, Ship, Spark, all type of grocery store orders all day while I have a babysitter or they're with my family, just to make the $130 just to pay it back to the car rental, just to go home and not have any money made for the day. So basically I started renting vehicles in April when my car went out. So April was $3,000 a month, May was $3,000 a month, June is $3,000 a month, and they said the summer rates are high. So now it's $130 a day, which is $3,900 a month. And I am sick in the head. Now, with it being $4,000 a month, I don't have a lump sum to pay it ahead of time. I have to pay it daily, which is why I drop my kids off. I make my money for the 6-hour shifts that I do. And then if whatever I make, I give it straight to the car rental place to extend it to the next day. However, recently, y'all, I ain't been making $130 a day. So guess what I do? I use all my emergency money to fill in for the gaps that I don't make the $130 a day for a car rental. So I've been borrowing my behind off and using emergency money, and I'm all out of borrowed money. My family can't give me everything, y'all. Like, they help me as much as they can, but just like I can't borrow any more money. So now if I don't make the $130 a day or can't borrow it, I'm SOL. Like, there's nothing else for me to do. Lastly, the most I've ever been paid at a job with 2 college degrees, $16 an hour, and those checks were like $400 per week. So 3 of those checks is going to be my rent, which will leave me with $400 for the rest of my bills, which is not going to work because I still have to get to and from all these doctor's appointments every month that I have to go to because I'm severely sick with heart racing, heart skipping beats, passing out spells, dizziness all day, the room spinning all day. Like, I have a lot of doctors that I have to see monthly, and it's just like, if I just get a job and then I leave the rentals alone, how would I get to all these appointments? I can do the bus. However, I'm not putting my kids on there because it's kind of not safe and in the areas, and it's just like, I don't want to subject them to that. And
where's the father or fathers? Where's the father or fathers? It is abundantly clear that this young lady is in no position to take care of her kids or herself, and is looking to the family to take care of her, looking to the rental companies to have mercy on her or to extend grace to her because she has multiple children and a bevy of doctor's appointments to attend. What I'm about to say is for everyone. Let's understand something. Businesses and companies do not take other people's life circumstances into account when they're trying to balance their spreadsheet. Can we please understand that? Can we take a moment to understand this reality? Businesses do not take civilians' life circumstances into account when they're trying to balance their spreadsheet at the end of every month, at the end of every quarter, at the end of every year, when they're looking at projected quarterly earnings, yearly earnings. They're not looking at, oh yeah, well, we got to look out for Susie because Susie had to go to a doctor's appointment. Yeah, we got to look out for Brenda and Dolores because, Brenda has 3 kids. Dolores has to put her 4 kids in the daycare. So, we got to fit that into. No. The free market economy has no conscience. The free market economy has no conscience. So when she comes up here and says, oh, single mother of 2 kids, and I'm out here paying $3,000 to $3,900 a month for car rentals. Oh, this is crazy. I can't believe it. My dear, That's the price. That's the price. The free market economy has no conscience. But when they make these decisions in their life about who they lay down with and whether or not they want to keep the kids from the father or whatever the family dynamic is, they want the free market to take their life circumstances into account. And it doesn't. Let's continue.
With me getting a job for $16 an hour, I'm just trying to think that $400 remaining will have to do groceries, We Energies, phone bill, internet bill, and a couple other bills. Mine is car bills because I won't be having a car, and that's still not going to help. I still will be struggling. So now I say this to say car rental places are getting over dirty, dirty dogs. They have literally said, bump you. We're getting all our money. We know you need us desperately. So we're just going to upcharge and upcharge and upcharge.
Free market.
And make you keep spending all your money. And I am fed up because this month, July, is a struggle with orders. I think more people are getting their own orders, and it's leaving it dog eat dog out here in the gig world, and it's extremely. So I say all that to say I have 2 college degrees and cannot land a job. I still been applying to jobs. That doesn't mean I don't really want a job or anything, but $16 to $17 an hour is not going to cut it with my bills, even if I cut out a car. But let's just say I cut out a car and I'm able to get me a regular car. If I have a car note and car insurance added to that, baby, I'm even majorly struggling. This is great. But yeah, I'm working hard. I just been going hard with TikTok shop videos, and I will continue to go harder and figure it out because we're not going down without a fight. I'm gonna knock it out the ballpark because this rental place gotta go. And
She has no financial guidance. She does not have a financial plan. No plan, no strategy, nothing. Again, whatever money they need today, they needed last week. You can't make it up.
That's all, folks.